I'm going to just introduce quickly give her name. This is Elsa Hagen. She's on the Government Affairs Committee. She helped open my eyes. This is Elsa Hagen. She's on the Government Affairs Committee. She helped open my eyes to the importance of our ELL.
My name is Elsa Cardenas Hagen. I'm an IDA board member, and I'm on this wonderful committee to work on this law. So when you get your books, the first chapter 1 will be the foreword, and here's where we're really wanting to capture everyone's attention about the success and how important this American civil right to be able to read is. And that's our ability to educate our young to become valuable members of our society, to contribute to their communities, to their families and friends and church groups, and to our economy. The largest barrier for our students for educational potential is literacy failure, the inability to learn, to read, to write, to spell. So this literacy failure is associated with struggling readers, our English language learners, economically disadvantaged students, students of dyslexia and specific learning disabilities. That's where we have the acronym SEEDS. From this point forward, we refer to these students as our SEEDS. All right, so extensive research has been funded. We've been a part of that research funded by the National Institute of Health, the Institute for Education Sciences, and other agency. And literacy failure is just unacceptable and it's unnecessary. And so we need to act. We can prevent literacy failure through. So as we continue, the next, we want to work with our students, and we want to have a unified, single-minded goal. The way to push this forward is a literacy law for all students, so that all students can learn to read through this rigorous preparation of our teachers and the teachers of reading. We want ongoing professional development, effective reading instruction for all students, and we want the early identification through universal screenings, and we want the support services in general education, multi-tiered support services for all of our SEED students. All right? So each state's goal, the ones that don't have laws, is to create a generation of educated readers and thinkers. Literacy is personal. It's the platform from all of life and education. It directly affects each person in every state and the overall growth and health and happiness of your family, of our neighborhoods, our communities, our country, our state, our workforce, our gross state product, and our nation's gross domestic product. Chapter 2, so that was chapter 1, an intro, powerful, right? Chapter 2, we're going to define for you and help you define, the model law, and we're going to give you definitions for literacy failure, for who these struggling readers and economically disadvantaged and diverse learners are, the English language learners or limited English proficient students, dyslexia, specific learning disabilities, and all the federal law requirements and eligibility. All of that you will find in Chapter 2 of this wonderful document. We also want to provide what are the standards for teachers of reading. How well should they be prepared for the general education, for the remediation of these students, right? For the certification process and the professional development, right? Without question, this section will address that. So all teachers of reading, all these preparation programs, how well we're going to help them to intervene with our students, and we want them to be certified. We want them to have the credentials to touch our students. All right? So all teachers of reading must thoroughly have knowledge of an integrated instructional approach for reading. They must be competent in assessments and the data instruments for guiding that instruction. And they have to have expert skills in multisensory structured language instruction. They must be well informed about SEED students. They have to understand how we work in multi-tiered systems, and also understand when accommodations will assist the academic success of our SEED students. All right? So we want our teachers to be qualified, and so we want our states to really push for teacher qualification for the teaching of reading. We want states to issue licenses, and those licenses will ensure that these teachers are ready to work with our students and to make them successful readers. So as Cynthia mentioned, they have to pass a rigorous examination, all right? Plain and simple and possible to achieve with united efforts, all right? And so we also want to work with our universities, the colleges and universities that prepare our teachers, and we talk about how that is done. We want to talk to you about the teaching assessment and the pretest and for these candidates, and what is the passing score. All right, I'm going to go fast. So this just tells you more about the screening, the formal assessment, the gathering of data, how we're going to be doing this referral for extra services. And we have to have a good plan in place for our students to be served appropriately, and so that we give them that instruction that they need early on, and when that instruction doesn't work, then we find what does work, and we want all our children to succeed. All right? So in the document, you'll find all very specific procedures for the screening and the assessments. You'll find about the data gathering